I suppose that's the way I've seen my sporting career, is just chapters along the way. And I thought I'd had the last chapter, but, you know, this is an epilogue, you know. I started off in the senior Olympic New Zealand rowing team at the age of 20 in 2006 and teamed up with Eric Murray, where we went on a run of 8 consecutive World Championship and Olympic titles. So these are my 3 gold medals, London Olympics, Rio Olympics and Tokyo Olympics. I suppose these medals are won on one day, but they represent, each of them, I suppose, 4 years of work to get to that point.
One of New Zealand's greatest sporting careers has come to an end.
I had retired from competitive professional sport, and Emirates Team New Zealand got in touch with me, laid out the requirements of being a cyclor on the boat. Certainly the trial was very challenging. A sustained effort is really in my wheelhouse, but I'd put that in the top 5 of my all-time suffering categories. Yeah, it's all part of it, and you know, you have half a dozen of those efforts a year that you can really go to that top level. My first experience on the boat, we went 50 knots, and apparently that puts me in the 0.00001% of sailors, you know, of people who have gone that fast, and that was my first time sailing on a boat. So for me, yeah, it would be like going into a skate park with a blindfold on. You know, you didn't really know what was coming up. You could go smack into a wall and, you know, really have a massive load to pedal through, and then all of a sudden you'd be in freewheel. The way I look at it, over the course of a race, you have a matchbox, and each time you put in a big dig, you know, you light a few matches. So you just want a few left, otherwise you've got no fire at the end. You have an unknown demand of what's going to be coming up, and basically you have to work as hard as you can, but also save a few matches just in case it gets sticky at the end of the race. I do rely heavily on, you know, I've done this before, I've suffered before, I can do it again. I think the single biggest thing that I've learnt throughout my time is that success is not a surprise. It's building blocks every day to ultimately create that pyramid. And also, you're not doing it by yourself. You are standing upon the shoulders of multiple other people that have helped you get to where you are. If you know what you're capable of from training, you know, you've put yourself into those really tough spots, those dark spots in training, where you've pushed yourself to the limit, then you're not going to have that variable performance come race day. It's definitely part of my MO to want to be the best. I want to be the best in the team. I want to be the best cyclor in New Zealand and around the world. That's my mentality, is to be the best that I can be, and that only helps the wider team.